In today's video, what you'll see is Nadine talking about her experience with me as she's gone on a healing journey to connect better with herself and with others. If you don't know me by now, my name is Andrea and I'm a love and relationship coach. And Nadine's been kind enough to share her real, honest, genuine experience of what it's like going through this healing process. Today, we looked at her experience and how she was relating with her dad. She'd taken some time away, probably around 4 or 5 months or so she could gain some mental and emotional clarity around her father. She'd taken some space away from her dad in order for her to reconnect back with herself again and to figure out exactly what did she really want to create with him. In that time away from him, those 4 or 5 months or so, I was helping to support her to become more grounded, to get really connected with her feelings and emotions and what did she truly want. Nadine became aware that she was holding grudges and resentment, and through the emotional healing and that process that we went through together in the way that I was supporting her, she came to see for herself that that's not the type of relationship she wanted to have with him. So when she was ready, when we were able to help her go through that healing process, when she could get to a place of feeling much more grounded, much more settled, much more calmer within her own self, she then could see clearly with regards to the type of relationship that she truly wanted. A relationship that where she could have a true and real heart connection from her to him. So in that space, in that time where she gained more clarity, more awareness, and went through that growth process, she realised how much she wanted to have a really wonderful relationship with her dad. And the area that she was struggling with was how to do that. So her mind was a lot clearer. Emotionally, she was much more stable, much more balanced, had a greater awareness. But what she wanted support in, which you'll see in this video, was how was she going to move forward in a real practical way? What action steps did she need to take to reconnect back with her dad again? So in this video, you'll hear her talk about that process and what she gained from the session and how she was going to move forward, reconnecting back with her dad again from a place of clarity, greater awareness, having much more understanding of the dynamics and the relationship and the part that she played in the relationship that they had together. Throughout the sessions and our times together, one of the key factors is about taking responsibility for yourself, taking responsibility for your own happiness, taking responsibility for your own feelings, really owning that. And when you can do that, so much in your life can change, your relationships can dramatically change. And that's what I found from my own personal experience, and that's the process I guide anyone who's coming to see me through. When you can do that, you're taking back your own power. You're standing strong, you're standing tall. You're able to relax yourself, calm yourself. You're able to relate in a much more grounded way, in a place that's much more emotionally stable, in a place where you feel much more secure about yourself. So you're no longer grappling with that other person, wanting something from them, needing something from them, because you're coming from a place that's grounded and centered and strong and calm and relaxed. And from that place, your relationships can change dramatically without the other person having to change. Because let's be honest here, we can't make other people change. As much as that we would want that, and sometimes I still want that, the truth is and the reality is that's a big battle to take on. So when you can come from a place of real, true understanding, when you can come from a place of acceptance of yourself and from others, then real healing can occur, then real connection can occur, then real love can occur. So in today's video, you'll see Nadine sharing her experience and taking some practical steps.
So I just not long ago arrived home from a really great session with Andrea. I feel that I gained a lot of clarity on this particular course of action that I want to take now in terms of like moving forward with my relationship with my dad, who I haven't spoken to in coming on now 4 or 5 months, and that's face to face. Like, there have been a few email exchanges, a few voicemail messages left. I kind of either end really from both of us, and one telephone conversation a couple of days ago. So yeah, and I'm now like ready and in a place where I'm really willing to do what it takes to let him know that I want to have a good relationship with him, that how grateful I am for everything he's done for me, like in my life, and like how much he supported me, not just kind of as my parent who has brought me up, and you know, I've lived in his house, and but also he's you know, he supported me when I've been in tough situations, and of which there have been no shortage. So yeah, and for one reason or another, throughout my life, there's been some friction between us, especially kind of my early 20s, and then kind of from then onwards, really. So a number of years, and anyway, so we brushed each other up the wrong way, like plenty of times. But there was a particular moment 4 or 5 months ago when it just became like very necessary for me to have some distance from him, and just to like gather my thoughts and have some space to think about like other things that were going on in my life, like where am I at in my head, and like I wasn't able to get that clarity while a lot of the stuff that was kind of causing like friction and tension between us was going on, you know, and it was quite like at the forefront of my mind, and like affecting my mood and affecting my perspective on life and everything like that. It was just you know, anyway, so at the time that we kind of had this kind of this moment of, you know, me just being like, I have to go, I've had enough. I was living with my parents, and again, like, I am like really grateful to them for like having me live with them after me living away and living abroad, studying abroad, and training to for a job, and not really earning enough money to live on my own, and they had me live with them, which I'm, you know, but that's hard. Like, it's really tough, and stuff that annoys you about the other one, and it works both ways. Like, I do things that annoy them, they do things that annoy me, but all of that just, you know, it comes up, and there's only so much of that you can brush under the carpet, especially like at my age. I'm an adult, and I'm in their house. That's how it is. So anyway, so I just took a couple of steps back, and, you know, like standing on my own 2 feet, getting out, just getting my independence back, sorting things out for myself, you know, like getting back into a full-time job, as well as continuing to work and teach, which is what I was training for, and yeah, and just getting things like straightened up in my mind for myself. And now like a reasonable amount of time has gone by, and it just seems like yeah, now's the time to like reconnect with him, and yeah, and just work towards like letting him know that I do want us to have a good relationship, and You know, what feels really good for me is when I feel relaxed around the family, and you know, we can like laugh together and be happy together and share jokes and like reminisce and talk about things that we like, fun times that we've had, and just hang out and just have a good time, and like all that other stuff that's like stressful and causes you know, anxiety, and you know, it kind of like sits heavily on your shoulders and all that kind of thing. You know, that's a part of life, but now I'm ready, and I think I feel like, dare I say, like I've gained some maturity in this way, where I'm actually able to put that stuff to one side, at least for now. And so like, what is the most important for me is that you know that, like, you know, you're my dad and I love you and I want us to have a good relationship, and that's what matters to me now, more than the other stuff, which inevitably will come up. Like, you're your own person, I'm my own person. We're going to brush each other the wrong way, of course, but let's move forward and let's like move past this. And yeah, so I have a course of action to take now. All being well, I'm going to meet up with him tomorrow. I'm going to send him an email tonight, just letting him know, what the kind of stuff that's been on my mind, and the things that I'm grateful for that he's done for me in the past, and just the kind of like happy and relaxed relationship that I want us to have, and then and just take it from there and see what happens. And you never really know; it's hard to predict. But the important thing is that, like, the place I'm coming from now is, just more level-headed, more clear thinking, more awareness, and like getting my priorities straight as well. Like, is it more important for me to kind of bear a grudge and like be right, and you know, like I'm right about, you know, whatever it was that that was going on at the time, or is my priority for us to be able to like have a good time together and do the things that we like to do, and that we have in common, that we share, that we, you know, like going for a nice walk in the countryside, or, you know, like talking about like a good book that I read that I want him to know about, that I think he'll like, and that kind of, like, that's the kind of stuff that we like. When we have a lot in common, we're very similar, and we have a lot of similar interests. And so it's like there's some genuine like enjoyment in being able to share the things that we both, you know, we both like to do. And so that's what the new priority is. It's replaced whatever it was that I was stuck in before, which was not so positive. And now turning over a new leaf and ready to take this new course of action, and I'm coming from like a softer, kinder, just more mature place, and I'm just excited to see where it goes.